This is very different. Right, so this isn't my full review of the Galaxy Z Fold 8. This is just my quick initial thoughts. This isn't going to be a edited video, whatever. This is just me just chatting away. So hopefully you guys will stick around for my initial thoughts. Obviously, this isn't something that I typically cover on my channel, but I've had the opportunity to have early hands-on with this device and then obviously been able to use it since. But my initial thoughts with especially this form factor, obviously it's obvious that Samsung have jumped the gun with the release of this because a certain fruit company will be doing something very similar in a couple of months. But yeah, when I first had hands-on with this, I obviously saw the leaks, but yeah, I love it. Little 5.5 inch display on the front, and then of course you open up to that 7.6 inch display on the front. So Samsung are aiming this at people that are doing a lot of content consumption, so like watching videos on YouTube and all that sort of stuff. 4:3 aspect ratio on the display inside, so when you take a picture, quite often the default setting is 4:3. Here's one I made earlier, a hideous picture, but it completely fills the display, which is great for, you know, a nice immersive viewing experience. It's just, yeah, I love it. I mean, this is, well, this and the Z Fold Z Fold 8 Ultra. These are my first real, I mean, I used the Z Flip 4 for a little bit, but these are the first time I'm using a Samsung Foldable properly. That's, yeah, another video for that. But yeah, I really like the design of the Z Fold 8. They've improved the durability of this inside display with their Flex titanium technology, which just has like a titanium layer underneath that allows them to basically get rid of the crease. It's not really noticeable at all, to be honest. I don't know if you can, apart from the fingerprints, I don't know if you can sort of see, yeah, the crease is basically gone on here. So it's a really nice and durable hinge. They've got rid of the, what is it, flex window, which allows you to like open up a video in YouTube. Let's play that, Mr. Mark Ellis. So you would normally be able to, you know, do that, and yeah, you'd have one thing that, you know what I mean. But yeah, they've got rid of that on this model, but they've kept it on the Z Fold 8 Ultra. And then camera-wise, two 50 megapixel sensors, main and an ultra wide. Obviously, it doesn't have a telephoto camera. I'm not surprised, but I am a little bit disappointed if you consider the £1,600 or £1,700 or whatever it is starting price of this phone. I would have thought, I would have liked to have had a telephoto camera on here, even if it's just the little 10 megapixel 3x that they've obviously put on the Ultra, which again, we'll get into that another day. Yeah, and from my quick time with the Z Fold 8, it's a decent camera. It's not obviously anything to like write home about, but it produces some nice snaps, plenty of color, detail, all of that stuff. Selfie cameras are pretty good as well. But yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know, this, you might be watching this and think, well, this is a pointless video, but I just wanted to get just a few little thoughts on it. I mean, mainly it's the design that's really caught me by surprise on how much I'm enjoying it. You know, a lot of people say how they miss that there isn't more smaller phones around. It is a smaller phone and it gives you the option of being a bigger phone at the same time. So yeah, it's really like the Z Fold 8. Definitely get subscribed if you're interested in my full review of this phone and the Z Fold 8 Ultra. Oh, and then battery, 4800 milliamp hours. it's fine. You know, it gets me through a full day, no problem whatsoever. Wouldn't necessarily trust it to be like a heavy use 2-day phone, but certainly a relatively heavy use full day phone, absolutely. But I want to know what you guys think of this. Obviously, like I said, I don't typically cover top end phones like this. I'm starting to do it a little bit more, and certainly ultra premium phones like these. Obviously, Samsung have given me the opportunity to use one, which I'm grateful for, but I'm going to give my honest thoughts as I always do. So let me know down in the comments what you think. Hopefully you didn't find this video completely pointless. I'm just kind of rambling a little bit, but yeah, let me know what you think, and yeah, I'll see you in my full review hopefully.